Chuckie is pretty good in Chuckie's Complaint, but I didn't think the episode was that interesting. This is the second segment of the 13th episode of the 6th season of the Rugrats, and Chuckie watches an advert or a commercial where Reptar is very mean to a little boy and eats all of his cereal and the bowl, and Chuckie is outraged that Reptar was so nasty. And I mentioned recently, well, at some point, that I thought it was a bit peculiar that Chuckie actually likes Reptar because Reptar is a big scary monster and Chuckie would be scared of that kind of thing. And this is really one of the first times where we see Chuckie having a negative reaction to something Reptar has done. And he's so annoyed that he decides to write a complaint letter with Angelica's help. But of course, Angelica takes the opportunity to wind Chuckie up and say really mean things on Chuckie's behalf in this letter to Reptar. And the babies think that Reptar has received this letter and that Reptar is very mad. And they have an opportunity to face Reptar and put things right, but I won't say any more than that. Honestly, the bit with Chuckie and the letter writing and Chuckie being very passionate about how badly this child was treated and knowing that it was wrong, I thought was really good. I enjoyed that bit. It was quite fun to see Angelica writing the letter. It was very creative. The jingles in the adverts are quite catchy. All of that is really good. But I found it became quite dull once they left the house. And every point from then on just wasn't very interesting. So for me personally, I'd say it was an episode of two halves. One half was actually pretty good and the other half just wasn't. It wasn't as such that it was bad. It wasn't a badly written second half. It definitely wasn't badly animated. And the bit where they're all crying and screaming in the chairs, I actually thought was pretty good. But aside from that, didn't really care for the second half. So definitely not my favourite episode, but it had some decent moments.